Hey guys, it's the Movie Buff Pains. We're finally back with another video, and as promised, we're going to show you everything that we picked up for the remainder of 2020. So basically everything that we've gotten since our last big haul video will be in this video.
So that covers October, November, and December.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a big video.
Yeah, so we'll try to get through things pretty quickly. We have them somewhat organized, believe it or not. We'll start with kind of our random stuff. We've got a few VHS tapes, some video games, a book, pop figure, some DVDs, and then we'll just go straight into some of our regular Blu-ray purchases. Also, we have a ton of label stuff to show you guys and tons of 4Ks, so should be pretty cool. And thanks again for your patience and waiting so long for us to get this video out, but we're healthier than we were at the end of 2020 now, so we're happy to be here.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and just jump on in.
First, I have a pop figure. This is Robin Sparkles from How I Met Your Mother. I love Kobe Smulders and I love How I Met Your Mother, so had to have it. Got a couple of VHS tapes to show off. First one is Fatal Attraction. Just thought this was pretty cool. Thought I would add it to the collection. And then we have a movie called Happy Hour, which I've actually never heard of, but it looks like fun nostalgia to watch stuff on VHS.
Next, we have some video games that we picked up. We got a few Switch games here. We got Luigi's Mansion 3, Yoshi's Crafted World, and Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. We were really excited to pick those up. Those were Black Friday purchases, actually.
Yeah.
Always great time to get video games.
Yeah, the best time.
This one was kind of a random find, but, you know, we like horror movies, especially you, and so thought this was a great pickup. I don't think either of us wants to play it alone, though.
No.
And that is Blair Witch.
Yeah, it looks like fun. Then we have a book to show off. This one's called I'll Be There For You, the one about Friends. I love anything and everything about Friends, so when I saw this, I knew I had to pick it up, and looking forward to reading it. One of my goals for 2021 is to read a lot more, so this will definitely be one that I read this year. So now we'll dive into the DVDs we've picked up. First one is Proxima with Eva Green and Matt Dillon. I hate when new release movies only come to DVD, but occasionally they're still worth picking up.
Yeah, definitely. Then we got Magic in the Water.
Blackbird. I actually watched this one shortly after I picked it up. It was decent drama. It's got a really good cast. I think there's a BDR actually of this one, so I'll probably hunt that down at some point, but I was happy to give it a watch at least.
Then we got Cats. Looks like a great ripoff of Secret Life of Pets.
Yes. And my favorite thing about it, besides it being about cats, is that it doesn't say anything on the spine.
Oh, yeah.
Which is kind of hilarious.
So, yeah, just going to be the nameless movie on our shelf.
Apparently. Next up, a random Savers find, and that is Phobic.
Because we have to have this creature in every possible natural disaster situation in the world. So we have avalanche sharks.
I'm sure that'll be ridiculous fun.
Oh my gosh, yes.
This one I saw a trailer for it on something we were watching recently, and I thought it looked kind of cool, and that is Dead Earth. These next couple, actually, I saw trailers for and wanted to check out, and the next one is Hunter's Moon and Dreamcatcher. Can't go wrong with some horror with Lin Shaye.
Yeah, definitely. Then we have Midnight Evil.
The Secrets We Keep. I actually picked this one up when I went to the store with my parents when they were in town, and they both really wanted to see it, so of course I bought it, and we went home and watched it, and it was pretty decent. I was rather surprised by this one.
Then there's Tom and Jerry, the Spotlight Collection, Volumes 1 through 3. I actually had to do a bit of research for this. This is, as far as I can tell, one of the more complete sets of a lot of the Tom and Jerry cartoons, because it's hard to find all of them.
Talked about this one quite a bit in my last Everything I Watched video, and that is Spontaneous. Up until I saw a certain movie at the theater last month, this was my favorite movie of 2020. It's just a great film, and you guys should definitely check it out. Unfortunately, it only came out on DVD, but we'll have more on that in our next video.
Yeah. Then we got Son-in-Law, and we got that just in time to watch it at Thanksgiving.
Another thrift store find, and that is Duplex. I know this one has a Blu-ray, but it's out of print and pretty hard to find. I watched it. It's okay. Not as funny as it should be with the cast, but it was alright. Another thrift store find. This is a stand-up special from Mike Birbiglia, and that is What I Should Have Said Was Nothing. He's one of my favorite comedians. He's very funny. So we'll go ahead and dive into the Blu-rays that we picked up. First one, this was actually a Christmas gift from Andrew to me, and that is Creature from the Black Lagoon, the complete Legacy Collection. This is the last one we needed to have all of the Legacy collections, so we're very happy to add that one.
Then we got The Secret Garden.
This is one I've been meaning to add to the collection for a while, and that's Copland.
Tom and Jerry, A Nutcracker Tale.
Bill and Ted Face the Music, which was equally as fun as the first two entries in the series.
Definitely.
Had a lot of fun with that one.
Tremors, Shrieker Island, because we have to own everything in this series.
Apparently. Guest House, a new movie with Pauly Shore.
Mortal.
Alone. This was a decent watch, not anything groundbreaking, but I enjoyed it.
Unhinged, which this one was an enjoyable one, I thought. One of the few movies we actually got to see in theaters.
Yeah. Death of Me.
Then we got some movie from buybacks here. We've got Bullet.
Legend of the Fist, The Return of Chen Zhen. Really long title, but a Donnie Yen film.
Broken Sword Hero.
I'm probably going to say this incorrectly, but Operation Mekong.
Then we've got Abigail.
The Call. Again, you have to pick up any horror film with Lin Shaye. It's a must watch.
Battle of the Bulge Winter War.
The Dark and the Wicked. I've heard some really good things about this one, so I'm looking forward to watching it. I love when I actually hear some good buzz about direct-to-disc horror films.
Chick Fight.
The Opening Act.
Paranoia Agent, which this is an anime series by Satoshi Kon, which we really like his work.
He has some great films, so looking forward to it.
And a G-Kids title, Marona's Fantastic Tale.
A Big Lots pickup here, Atomica. And I believe we actually picked this one up just for the slipcover, if I'm not mistaken.
Me, Myself, and Irene.
Three Kings, a David O. Russell film that I wanted to check out. Heard good things about this one.
This next one was actually a birthday present for me from you. I was really excited to check this one out because I love the movie it's about, and that is Memory, The Origin of Alien. And I'm really excited to check out this documentary. It ought to be really good.
Then we have a Shudder original series here that is Cursed Films. Heard some good things about this, so looking forward to it.
I've been trying to get all the collections of Fairy Tale for a while, and I finally got the last two volumes I needed, which were numbers 8 and 9. So really happy to have everything that's available. Then we've got My Hero Academia Heroes Rising.
Yet another direct-to-disc Bruce Willis film, and that is Hard Kill.
Flora.
The Pale Door.
The Tax Collector.
Which Shia LaBeouf apparently got all tattooed up for, and apparently it wasn't really worth it, because I've heard not so many good things about that one, so we'll see. Another Shudder original, Yummy.
The Second.
Invincible Dragon.
To Your Last Death.
Broil. Got some Big Lots pickups here. A few of these I was keeping an eye out for at Dollar Tree, but unfortunately wasn't able to find them. But Big Lots is the next best thing because their Blu-rays are not ever more than $5, so that's pretty cool. First one is This Girl is Badass. The Signal. Apartment 143. Mutant Chronicles. And finally, Legend of the Tsunami Warrior.
This one was one of my Christmas presents. That is The Beatles' Yellow Submarine, which I've been wanting this one for a long time, so thank you.
You're welcome. I Am Woman.
Another anime series, and that is Violet Evergarden, along with the companion movie.
Cutthroat City.
Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
Spree with Joe Keery from Stranger Things, and I actually thought this was a lot of fun, pretty wild ride.
Seriously, it was intense. Laura.
Last Holiday, and we actually watched this one right around Christmas for the first time together, and I think we both loved it. I know I loved it.
It was cute.
Yeah, this is definitely one we'll watch every year around Christmas. Great movie.
Definitely Maybe.
French Kiss.
Miracle on 34th Street.
The Owners with Maisie Williams.
Scrooge.
Scare Package.
Rocky Horror Picture Show, which we really got this because this is the newer disc that has the better transfer on it, and so we wanted to update ours.
Wish they would release that one on 4K.
That would be awesome.
This one was long overdue to be added to our collection, mostly because it had that out-of-print Twilight Time release that we never got around to picking up, but then Sony released it finally, so picked it up now, and that is Sleepless in Seattle.
2067.
Words on Bathroom Walls. Absolutely love this film, one of my favorites from 2020. I've talked about it a bit in the past, but if you guys haven't gotten the chance to check it out, I definitely recommend picking this one up.
Really good film.
And another one of my favorites from 2020, and that is The Broken Hearts Gallery. One of the better rom-coms I've seen in the last few years. It's a really fun, cute movie.
Friendsgiving.
A Rainy Day in New York, Woody Allen's latest, and I think we both rather enjoyed this one, actually.
Yeah, we did. Ava.
The Love Witch.
Iron Mask, which this one looks completely ridiculous. It's Jackie Chan and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it looks just way over the top. I can't wait to watch it.
Next up, this is a Paul Schrader film that I've been wanting to check out, and that is Dominion, one of the prequels to The Exorcist.
One of my Christmas presents, The Man Who Laughs, and another one as well, The Lost World.
And another 2020 film here, and that is Alone. Yes, another movie from 2020 titled Alone, but this one's definitely the better of the two. Really good, intense thriller with a great performance from the lead, so definitely check this one out. And I believe they just added it to Hulu if you guys want to give it a watch.
Another Christmas present. I've got them like all near each other, I guess. So
yeah, I spoiled him.
That is Over the Garden Wall.
Another sleeper hit of 2020 in my opinion, and that is Valley Girl.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, I went into it with semi-low expectations, honestly, because I love the original, and I'm also not a big fan of musicals. I say this all the time, yet then I say I like a musical, so maybe I like some, I don't know. But I like this one. It was a lot of fun, really cool costumes, 80s music, just really fun movie. Definitely worth checking out. And she's definitely an up-and-coming star, so someone to watch.
The Steam Engines of Oz.
The Beach House, another one I've heard good things about that I need to get around to.
Batman, Death in the Family, which this one's actually an interactive movie. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm really interested too, because not often you get choose your own adventure kind of stuff.
No. Next up we have Fierce Creatures. Always happy to pick up these catalog releases when they get a little cheaper on Amazon.
South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, which I think this one was a birthday present, wasn't it?
I believe so. The Doorman.
Grand Prix.
Got a double feature here with Analyze This and Analyze That.
The War with Grandpa.
That's What I Am.
Honest Thief.
Save Yourselves. I talked about this one in my last video, but really enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun.
Infidel.
This one got a lot of hate, but I actually enjoyed it, to be honest, and that is The Craft Legacy. Like I said before, if you kind of treat it completely separate from the first film and look at it as kind of a coming-of-age film with horror elements, I think you'll enjoy it a lot more.
Popeye.
This was a fun one from Jim Cummings, and that is The Wolf of Snow Hollow.
Then I was excited to pick this one up because I'm interested to see what Coppola's original kind of vision was more for this movie, and that is The Godfather Coda, kind of the re-editing of Godfather Part 3.
Smiley Face Killers. And last of the regular Blu-rays, we have a bunch of Echo Bridge titles to show you guys. First one is Red Rage, Dead Heading, Sawa, Original Gangster, Righteous Villains, Escape from Auschwitz, Broken Halos.
You gotta love some of the artwork to these, huh? It'll make them look even better.
No, terrible Photoshop skills. Pistolera. I feel like Danny Trejo is in a lot of these movies.
Kinda is.
Trick or Treat, Little Kingdom, The Last Train, The Project, and last one is Locust. So next up we have some TV to show you guys.
We got The Flintstones, the complete series. I was really excited when they announced this for Blu-ray, so of course I had to pick it up day one.
We have some DC series. First one is Krypton. Got a bunch of these around Black Friday. Then we have Titan Season 1 and Titans Season 2.
Then this we found at Goodwill. It is probably one of the most random finds we've ever found at a Goodwill too. It's a British CGI like kids show, and it's called Captain Scarlet.
And it's a Region B disc, which is really random.
Yeah, you don't often see other regions at thrift stores, so this was a very interesting find to say the least.
But when we find weird stuff like that, you kind of have to get it, because you'll never see it again.
Very true.
Next up, we have Fleabag, the complete series, which I'm not sure if they're doing more than the first 2 seasons or not, but I am happy that this got a release, and it's one of the best shows on TV right now. So. And another Goodwill find is the first season of Mike and Molly, which I think this is the only season they actually put on Blu-ray, which is kind of random.
Then we've got an ESPN show here, which is The Last Dance. We've heard some good stuff about this, so we'll have to check that out soon.
Then we have the complete series of Community. This is one we've been watching through together lately and having a lot of fun with it, so happy to add it to the collection.
Another Christmas present. You really do spoil me. That is Fraggle Rock, the complete series. Love everything Jim Henson, so of course I had to have this.
We have Season 3 of Yellowstone, a show that I still need to get around to watching, but have it all in the collection for when I'm ready to watch it.
Season 1 of Picard.
We have Perry Mason.
And Swamp Thing.
So now we're going to get into some label stuff. Randomly I have a Criterion pickup, and that is Stanley Kubrick's The Killing. And then we have a new release from Synapse, which doesn't happen too often, but that is Massacre at Central High. Really looking forward to watching this one, and it's a Steelbook release as well, so looks awesome.
We got a couple Scorpion releases. First one is The Dirt Bike Kid.
And then we have The Killing Time.
Got an MVD release, and that is Dahmer.
Yeah, really interested to see how Jeremy Renner is as Jeffrey Dahmer. Then we have a new release from Unearthed, and that is The Untold Story. And a new one from Massacre Video. This is the Avon Triple Feature.
Then we have the next few entries in the Paramount Presents line. We have The Haunting, The Golden Child, and Trading Places.
I have a couple of releases from Roninflix, one of my favorite online vendors to get cult films from. First one is a I Spit on Your Grave box set, which is really nice looking. Excited to dig into this. And this comes with the original I Spit on Your Grave, as well as I Spit on Your Grave Deja Vu, and a documentary about the film. So, really cool box set. And the other one is a collector's edition of a cool recent Halloween slasher, Haunt. I was really happy that they brought this one to Blu-ray, especially after last year, after 2019 when it came out only on DVD.
Yeah.
Then we have some Warner Archive releases to show you. First one being Holiday Affair.
It Happened on Fifth Avenue.
Drop Dead Gorgeous, one of my favorite dark comedies. This is a really fun movie.
The Shop Around the Corner.
On Dangerous Ground.
And Beyond a Reasonable Doubt.
Next up we have a bunch of Kino titles to show you guys. First one is a 4K, and that is Mad Max.
Tower.
Deep Star 6.
Mo Better Blues.
Fear No Evil and Ritual of Evil.
Transylvania 6-5000.
Killdozer. Looks like a lot of fun.
Alice in Wonderland. Daleks Invasion Earth 2150 AD.
Oh, that's a mouthful.
Yeah. And companion with that, Doctor Who and the Daleks.
Then we got a whole bunch of Clint Eastwood titles, and I don't even think I've picked up all the ones that they released yet. But first one is High Plains Drifter, Joe Kidd. This one's probably the one I'm most excited to check out. That's Play Misty for me. The Beguiled, and I recently watched the Sofia Coppola remake, and The Iger Sanction. Next up we have some releases from Arrow Video. First one being Jesus Shows You the Way to the Highway.
Mallrats.
Probably one of my favorite Kevin Smith films.
Mine too.
The Last Starfighter.
Silent Running.
And then we have a box set here, and that is the He Came from the Swamp collection. This is 8 movies, so pretty cool. Now we have some Shout Factory and Scream Factory titles to show you guys. First one is The Rising Hawk.
The Wonderland.
Misbehavior.
Twins.
I've always wanted to see this one, so
Me
I'm
too.
looking forward to it. and Adaptation, great Spike Jonze movie. And I got these next couple for my birthday. First one being Universal Horror Collection Volume 2. Really been meaning to pick up these other ones. This comes with Murders in the Zoo, The Mad Doctor of Market Street, The Strange Case of Dr. RX, and The Mad Ghoul. And then we had the Universal Horror Collection Volume 3. And this one comes with Tower of London, Man-Made Monster, The Black Cat, and Horror Island.
White of the Eye.
And a couple of new steelbooks. First one is Motel Hell and Pumpkinhead.
War of the Colossal Beast.
Relic, a very underrated 2020 horror movie. It's really good. Some great performances.
Ghost Ship.
And the directorial debut from one of my favorite actors, Dave Franco, and that is The Rental. I actually did a review of this one if you guys want to check that out.
Really good movie.
And I'm pretty sure every collector on the face of the earth picked this one up, but I'll show it to you guys anyways. That is the Friday the 13th collection from Scream Factory. We did an awesome job with this. We went through and watched the first 6 right after we got it. Really awesome box set. And before we get into the 4Ks, this is probably one of my favorite releases of 2020. I still need to dig into all the different versions, but very excited to have it. And that is George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead. This is the second sight release, and it is a 4K. It's really awesome. It's got, I believe, 3 different cuts of the film. Definitely need to sit down and dig into this, but one of my favorite horror films of all time. Alright, so the last thing for this gigantic haul of ours is our 4K pickups. So first thing, this one is one that Andrew surprised me with for Christmas. I was really excited. I don't normally double dip, but this is one of my all-time favorite films, so I'm happy to have it. And that is Arrival. This is a really beautiful steelbook, and I'd show it to you guys, but I haven't opened it yet, and I'm not sure if I'm going to yet or not. We'll see. But yeah, one of my favorite films from Denis Villeneuve, and just a beautiful steelbook.
You got this one for me for Christmas, and that is the Peanuts Holiday Collection.
And we have The Croods. We watched this in preparation for the sequel, and it looked absolutely gorgeous on 4K. I feel like animation is a really good way to showcase like the HDR and all the colors that your TV can do.
It really is.
And speaking of which, we actually just got an OLED, and it is beautiful. And we lied a little bit before because we actually do have a couple more label titles. First one from Arrow Academy, and that is Cinema Paradiso on 4K. I actually have owned this on Arrow for quite a while, but I haven't watched it. But now I can watch it in 4K for the first time. And then we have Tremors on 4K, and this is the limited edition box set. Really cool. The only Tremors movie that's really worth your time.
Then we've got Blade.
Then we have Tenet. We saw this one in theaters, haven't watched it on 4K yet, but I'm sure it'll look and sound great.
Beverly Hills Cop.
December really was the month of Eddie Murphy, because we also got Coming to America on 4K. So it's a lot of fun and it looked great.
Then we've got Season 3 of Westworld. For whatever reason, they cannot settle on the style of packaging they want to do with this show.
No, they cannot. We have a Michael Mann film here, and that's Collateral. I had seen it once before, shortly after it first came out, but I hardly remembered it, of course, because I was very young. But this is a great crime film, and one of Michael Mann's best, in my opinion. And it looked absolutely fantastic on 4K, so this is definitely worth the upgrade.
Antebellum.
Another one of my favorites from 2020. This is directed by David Cronenberg's son, Brandon, and that is Possessor. I'd heard lots of good things about this, but I still kind of went in not knowing what to expect, but I was absolutely blown away by this one. Great cinematography, really cool style to it. He definitely inherited some skills from his dad, and it looked great on 4K. Just make sure you guys pick up the uncut version if you guys want to pick it up.
Then we have The New Mutants.
Which I think that one got a little too much hate. It was decent.
Yeah.
And we have the classic Schwarzenegger film Total Recall, another one that looked fantastic on 4K.
District 9, which I'm sure we're excited to check this one out on 4K especially.
For sure. And then we have Darren Aronofsky's Requiem for a Dream. I'm very excited that movies like this are getting 4K releases. That's awesome. I love this film, although it's extremely depressing, so we'll see when I feel up to watching it.
And this is a series we've been trying to get on 4K for a while, and we finally were able to find the titles we needed, which we were really excited for, or at least I was. And that is the Transformers movies. So we've got Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, and Age of Extinction.
Next we have the animated Mulan.
And we also picked up the new live-action remake of Mulan.
V for Vendetta.
300.
Another double dip, but one that Andrew surprised me with, so I was happy to have it. And that is John Carpenter's Halloween. Another beautiful steelbook release.
Then we got the collector's edition of Weathering with You, which this is the one that has the 4K version.
This one I'm kind of annoyed we had to buy again, but they finally released a non-steelbook version, and I prefer the slipcover in this case, and that is Shutter Island. So if anyone is looking for the steelbook, I'd probably be willing to offload that one.
Then we've got the Back to the Future trilogy. Really excited to check these out in 4K. These are some of my favorite movies.
We have the Alfred Hitchcock collection, which comes with Rear Window, Vertigo, Psycho, and The Birds, four of his absolute best films.
Chernobyl, which we watched this one on HBO Max and we loved it. It's such a great show, so we of course had to own it on 4K.
Then we have the sequel to Train to Busan, and that is Peninsula. And I know this one wasn't very well received, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah. Then I'm really excited about these movies myself. I was so excited when they got announced, and so I had to pick them up immediately. We've got the Hobbit films on 4K, which really excited to have those, but not quite as much as the Lord of the Rings trilogy on 4K. And this is of course the collector's ultimate edition with the ring replica in it, and is just a beautiful set overall, and can't wait to add that to my shelf.
Mm-hmm. And the last thing we picked up is this big old box set from Columbia, and this is volume 1, so hopefully they will be releasing more of these, but I'll go ahead and show you what's inside. I'm really happy they all came in individual cases inside. We have Lawrence of Arabia, Dr. Strangelove, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, Gandhi, A League of Their Own, and Jerry Maguire. So that is everything we picked up for the remainder of 2020.
Yeah, quite a bit.
But we want to say thanks for watching, and keep an eye out. We'll have several more videos coming up soon for you guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications, and we will see you real soon.
See ya.